I humiliated my husband, now he can't even look me in the eyes. It was supposed to be the perfect evening. Our 10th wedding anniversary dinner at La Lumiere, the restaurant where we'd had our first date. Crystal chandeliers, soft violin music, waiters gliding like shadows. I wore the emerald dress he once said made my eyes dangerous. He wore the charcoal suit I'd bought him for our honeymoon. Everything looked like the beginning again. We ordered the same things we had 10 years ago. Oysters, filet with black truffle. The '09 Bordeaux he'd insisted on opening early that night. Halfway through the main course, he reached for my hand across the table and smiled the way he used to, slow, private, like the rest of the room didn't exist. "I still can't believe you chose me," he said softly. I let the silence stretch just long enough for the words to settle. Then I leaned forward, voice low, almost tender. "I didn't choose you, Vikram. I chose the version of you that didn't text other women at 2 a.m. while I was asleep in the next room." The smile froze. His hand stayed on mine, but the warmth vanished. I pulled the phone from my clutch, his second phone, the one he thought I'd never find, and placed it between us like a loaded gun. "I've had it for 3 months, I continued, calm as if discussing the weather. "Every message, every photo, every hotel receipt forwarded to the cloud backup you forgot to disable. I know about Priya in Mumbai. About the weekend in Goa you said was a client conference. About the necklace you bought her. The one that matches the bracelet you gave me last Diwali." People at nearby tables were starting to glance over. He tried to laugh it off, that nervous bark he used when cornered. "Anika, this is ridiculous. Let's not do this here." "No," I cut in, voice still velvet soft. "You don't get to decide where or when anymore. You decided everything for 2 years. Tonight I decide." I opened the gallery and turned the screen toward him. The first photo was innocent enough. Him and her at a rooftop bar, her head on his shoulder. The next one wasn't. Neither was the video clip, sound muted but the motion unmistakable. He went pale. The color actually drained from his face in front of me, like someone had pulled a plug. I watched his throat work, searching for words that wouldn't come. Around us, the restaurant had quieted. The violinist had stopped mid-phrase. I didn't raise my voice once. "I could have done this quietly," I said. "Sent everything to your mother, your partners, her husband. I could have burned your life down in private emails and whispered phone calls. But you humiliated me in silence for years. You let me smile at dinner parties while you were planning weekends with someone else. You let me kiss you goodnight knowing where your hands had been. So tonight, I return the favor in public." I stood smoothing my dress. The room was completely still now. "From this moment, you will never look me in the eyes again without remembering this night. Every time you try to meet my gaze, you'll see this moment instead. Your wife holding the mirror up to the man you became when you thought no one was watching." I reached into my clutch one last time and placed a thin stack of papers on the table. Divorce papers already signed by me, notarized, ready for his signature. "Take your time," I said. "I'm not in a hurry anymore." Then I walked out. Through the hushed dining room, past the stunned maitre d', into the cool night air. I didn't look back. He didn't follow. The next morning he moved into the guest house. He hasn't slept in our bed since. When we pass in the hallway he keeps his eyes on the floor. At family events he sits at the far end of the table. When our children ask why Papa seems sad, he mumbles something about work and changes the subject. I still wear the emerald dress sometimes. Not for him. For me. A reminder that I can be soft, beautiful, and absolutely merciless when someone tries to break what I built. He never raises his voice to me now. He never argues. He simply cannot look at me. And every time our eyes almost meet and he flinches away, I feel the same quiet satisfaction I felt that night under the chandeliers. I humiliated my husband. Now he can't even look me in the eyes. And somehow that feels like perfect justice.